Tell me where you do that. And if you are a podcast listener who does not listen in real time, you can always use the Alan Cox Show After Hours line, by the way. If you want to drop something in, maybe you're listening to the show, can't get us directly, you can always leave a message there. That is 216-986-8903. That is always taking calls from you guys, no matter if the show is live or not. I heard from Jamie in Dallas last night. So you write that number down. If you listen to the podcast or whatever, you can always use the Alan Cox Show After Hours line. 216-986-8903. Whether you're calling me from... Boy, we've got bureau chiefs everywhere. Whether you're calling me from Poop Creek, Oregon... Poop Creek, Oregon.
Is that real?
Out there in Clackamas County, yeah. If you're calling us from Zap, North Dakota, Dry Prong, Louisiana...
Hey.
Wherever you are. Yellow Water, Florida. It's a fine town there in Walton County. Chocolate Bayou, Texas. Dripping Springs, Texas. Assawoman, Virginia. You know, we've got people all at Beaver Lick, Kentucky.
Yeah, baby.
There in Boone County. We drove through there on the way to Nashville.
Hey.
Poo-Poo, Hawaii, Loco, Oklahoma. Wherever you are, let us know where you are.
Well, those are fun towns.
We'll put you on the map. Aren't they fun?
They are fun.
Oh, my goodness.
They kind of sound dirty.
They kind of sound dirty, but they're not. I live in Poop Creek, Oregon. Come on now. I don't hear people talking about the Challenger explosion today. That was 34 years ago today that the Challenger space shuttle blew up.
Yeah.
Poundcake wasn't born yet. You guys were both still real young. I was in high
Mary
school.
wasn't born yet.
34, I'm 30.
True.
He's just saying you look 34, that's all.
The math checks out.
I know.
Yeah.
Weird how math tends to do that.
It checks out.
What ship explosion was I born for? Was that the...
Columbia.
I was going to say, I remember that when I was a kid. We had like the newspaper.
Columbia was 02, I think.
Yep, I remember exactly where I was.
That one
when
blew up
happened.
on re-entry.
They
were almost back in, yeah. But Challenger, that
Been
was...
there.
Huh? Yeah!
Growing up when you're almost in.
He blew up on re-entry.
Mm-hmm. Is it worth it to you to like do something extraordinary, but the risk is you're going to probably die?
Like go to space?
Well,
Yeah.
no, not probably die. I mean, more people have come back than have died in space missions, but I mean...
Is it worth it?
Yeah, that's why, you know...
But having your family and friends watch you literally get incinerated?
The family...
It could happen even if you don't risk it, so might as well risk it.
The family of an astronaut knows precisely what they're in for. Mm-hmm. It's the people who went on, like, back in the day, the early days, like the Buzz Aldrins and the Neil Armstrongs and the John Glenns, those guys who were, like, strapped to rockets, going up, coming back. By the time you got to the space shuttle... They were like, we've kind of got this thing down.
Out, yeah.
You're in a plane, essentially, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was still a big deal when the space shuttle would go up because people my age watched it explode in class.
Yeah.
Because they rolled the television in on one of the AV carts.
Yep.
And we're going to watch the space shuttle go up. And it blew up.
That's crazy.
And we were like, and the wild thing is, too, is if you listen to the audio, I was looking for it this morning, is how... nonchalant mission control engineers are. Because every time one of these goes up, they know full well it might not come back. So it's not like they're going to go, it's not like the guy reporting on the Hindenburg.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, the humanity. Mm-hmm. It's, I think the guy said, there's been a major malfunction. You know?
Yeah, mission control, major malfunction. The pod is no longer in the air. Something like that.
And liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it is clear...
25th Space Shuttle mission, okay? January 28th, 1986, from Cape Canaveral. They had already delayed this launch a bunch of times. And so the people at NASA felt like they were under a lot of pressure. And the company that they had contracted to do some of the work told them, you can't send this up because it's too cold. And specifically, they were concerned about these O-rings on the rocket boosters. And
you gotta warm the O-rings up. You can't go in there with a cold O-ring.
If only they had been able to avail themselves of
I was 3 years old
Bill
at the time,
Squire.
and I knew that.
See? So the contractor who designed the rocket boosters, they go, look, these O-rings, they are not designed for anything under 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was 30 that day. And so they were like, what do you want us to do? We've already delayed this. Like, they were under pressure to get the thing up. But the company told them, they're like, these O-rings, and that's precisely what it was.
They're telling scientists, hey, scientifically this isn't going to work. And they're like, well, tell my boss.
We got a schedule.
Like,
we got a schedule.
Yeah.
You gotta get these.
You think of all the people who would be like, hey, we can delay it. It's people who understand how the atmosphere works. You know
But
what I mean?
the families of these astronauts were down there at Cape Canaveral looking up, and you can see in their faces it took a few seconds to register because they're like, oh, maybe they'll all come down in a pod with a parachute.
The tower.
Challenger.
It was that inside the cockpit audio that was so chilling.
Challenger now heading down range. What's this button do?
I think it had been up for like 73 seconds.
Throttling down now.
Yep.
At 94%. Normal throttles for most of the flight, 104%. We'll throttle down to 65% shortly. Engines at 65%. 3 engines running normally. 3 good fuel cells. 3 good APUs. Velocity 2,257 feet per second. Altitude 4.3 nautical miles. Downrange distance 3 nautical miles.
2,200 feet per second.
It's crazy.
And you're not even out of the atmosphere yet, and this thing blows up.
That's faster than like a Ford Focus.
It's a little faster than a Ford Focus.
Faster than a Ford Focus up there. All right, we've reached Ford Focus speed. Engines throttling up. 3 engines now at 104%. Challenger, go at throttle up. Challenger, go at throttle up. Go to Ford Focus speed.
So they go to throttle up, O-rings, the rockets explode because of the O-rings. Thing blows up.
1 minute 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
The rockets are going off in different directions. They just separated from the thing, and the rockets are still going off, you know? Krista McAuliffe, right? First teacher in space. She died up there.
Obviously a major malfunction. Decrease Ford Focus speed. We have no downlink.
But they just cut to the families watching in the bleachers.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God. But if you're the family of an astronaut, there is a part of you, I mean, obviously you're terrified, you want everything to go well, but there's also a part of you who are like, yeah, this could all, you're going into space.
Yeah.
This could all go horribly wrong, and it has on a couple of occasions.
And my mom or dad is a hero. Like that, she sacrificed her life for science.
Yeah, they didn't mean to, but they knew full well.
They put their life on the line.
I'm
Right.
too selfish for that stuff, man.
But again, all the other,
well, my mom-
but all the
Yeah.
other astronauts who had gone through like the training and everything, they devoted their lives to it. Krista McAuliffe, the first teacher in space, right? So she went through enough training.
How could she
so
even
that she
afford that? On a teacher's salary?
I don't know that they made her pay for the trip.
Oh, freeloading ass teacher.
So, you know.
And didn't have the nerve to cut lunch.
My understanding is that she was the foremost authority on what Ford Focuses could do. And
She
so they
knew all
wanted her
about
on
the Ford Focus.
Yeah. The foci were really in her.
I get weird about even dating guys who are like cops or firemen or anything like that, because I'm like, I am too selfish to, if I were to fall in love and marry somebody like that they just wouldn't come home. And I know that they're doing things for the greater good and that job is so important. But like you're saying, to be a family member of someone like that, that's terrifying to me.
Yeah, but anyone could die at any time.
I understand that, but it's more likely for a cop to die
There are
than
higher
a
risk.
teacher.
Yeah, there are higher risk.
Someone in finance versus, I don't know, someone on a Ford Focus shuttle. I mean,
Right.
Ford Focus speed. Faster than a Ford Focus.
2,200 feet per second is faster than a lot of handgun rounds. Let's find out. There's a little bit of a delayed reaction on that.
it's not that fast.
Not that fast.
It takes a moment for the pain to set in.
I guess so.
He's still in shock.
I fired off a lot of rounds. Sounds like my aim's awful. Only a couple of them hit. Wow. Replace that window, please. We've replaced that window so many times. Oh, damn me and my amazing aim.
More times than the light bulbs.
That actually helped me clear my throat a little bit.
Huh? Let me clear my throat. Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Alan, after the shuttle exploded, the astronauts were still alive as they fell to Earth. There's no way to know that. I mean, maybe there is. Yeah, maybe there is. This was 34 years ago. I'm sure everything that could be discovered about that
has been.
Has been, yeah. Gone over it with a fine-toothed comb. Judy Resnick from Akron was on the Challenger. Krista McAuliffe was on the Columbia. No, I think Krista McAuliffe was on the Challenger. I think she was on the same one. Judy Resnick, Dick Scobie. I think Krista McAuliffe was on the Challenger because I remember that from when I was in high school. Yeah, she was on the Challenger in '86. Judith Resnick, Dick Scobie, Greg Jarvis. 7 people died on the Challenger. And granted, it is 34 years, but something of that magnitude, I was just really surprised. I thought today I'd be seeing all kinds of Challenger stuff. And I really didn't. I didn't see anything on cable news about it. You literally had to Google it today to find an article on the Challenger disaster.
You got impeachment going on, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Taken over.
Well, yeah, and it's not like the Challenger's an uplifting story. By the way, this happened before the Kobe thing overshadowed everything else. I really didn't hear that many people talking about Eli Manning retiring. That kind of came
Friday. Yeah, that kind of
but it kind of came and went.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave a little speech on Friday, and he's done.
Did he spend his whole career with New York?
Yes.
He did.
With the Giants, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so, whatever.
It's a goofy-looking family, man. The Mannings.
It's a hell of a successful
great.
family.
They're great at football.
Yeah.
But they're weird-looking.
16 seasons for the Giants. Jesus.
Yeah, they look like they should have played football in, like, the leather helmet era.
Yes.
Like, every single one of them looks like they should have CTE from leather helmets.
I love Peyton. I went through a heavy Peyton Manning phase. I have 2 stitched Peyton Manning phases.
Peyton Manning? Mm-hmm. I mean, out of the 2 of those guys, I thought Eli would have been the cuter of the 2.
No, not that I loved him. My high school sweetheart had a thing for the Colts, and I had never paid any attention to professional football. And then I got into them in like 2000, whenever they won, 2007, 2006, something like that.
All
sure.
Right, you're the Peyton Manning fan. You tell me.
There you go.
Laser, rocket arm.
I like that sketch he did with Saturday Night Live.
He's great. He's funny. That's what I liked him too, is that he was doing commercials and stuff. I'm like, this guy's hilarious.
Chucking footballs at him.
Yeah, but Eli Manning, I guess I thought it was going to get more coverage than it got. I mean, granted, he was not an extraordinary player. He was a very average player. But
he was an average player, but that had extraordinary moments because they took down the Patriots twice.
Yeah. But his ending record was 117-117.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, he was literally at 500. Yeah, I mean, So he was, in the shadow of his brother. And Archie Manning played for who way back
in the
Saints,
I believe.
The Saints, okay. Were they in New Orleans?
Yeah, they were still in
okay.
New Orleans, and I think that was before the owner of the team helped the Catholic Church cover up pedophilia allegations. I'm pretty sure.
Oh boy! In the pantheon of fantastic New Orleans Saints trivia, there you go. Mm-hmm. It was before the Jazz moved to Utah.
Where they don't allow music.
Right. The Utah Jazz. Hey, Waffles.
Hey, what's going on?
Sitting down here eating a whole plate of waffles.
Right?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I had a question about, the old intro, because you just switched it up for the new year.
Yeah.
On the part that says, definitely makes me cringe, who is that?
That is a clip I pulled, I think, from a news report of a guy who had gotten his junk squeezed in a something.
Blender?
Blender!
Squeezed in a blender.
Things don't get squeezed in a blender.
You're not doing it
Blended.
right.
They get blended in a
You
blender.
squeeze them in before you blend it.
It sounds like Stansberry that used to be on the Maxwell show before you were on.
No, I don't have any Stansbury clips.
Are you sure it's not Stansberry?
I'm positive.
Are you trying? I am a Stansberry truther. I think it's Stansberry, and you're trying to keep that.
You're a Stansberry stan.
I never heard that show, so I don't have any clips from it.
Oh, you heard it every day before the show started.
What?
Yeah.
You heard it. I didn't hear it.
No, you heard it because you played that clip because you took it from Stansberry.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yes.
I grabbed that. No, that's like from an old news report or something. People ask me all the time where things are from, and I genuinely have to tell them I don't remember. But that one I'm pretty sure was from like a documentary or something. I don't know.
Right. The voice is just so uncanny. Like, it's the similarities between it are so strange.
I just enjoy that Waffles is that laser focus on the intro of the show.
Yeah.
It's that attention to detail
that. For a while.
It's been bothering
Bothering
you.
you.
Bothering.
Lost sleep.
Now it's
even.
bothering me too.
Well, then you know what, Waffles? I
want the truth, Alan.
I am more than pleased to put your mind at rest.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And real quick, you guys did get your good size, nice llama stickers,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we did. I have one on the back of my laptop.
Nice.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted.
Okay, thank you, Waffles. We got good size, nice llama stickers.
It's last, like, summertime.
Oh,
You remember
A while
those?
ago, yeah.
There's one on the mirror in the office.
okay.
Oh, that's where mine is. That's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
I
mirror.
just want waffles now.
We're getting tacos, dum dum.
I don't want tacos. I want waffles.
Are you
Good
good
tacos.
size? Nice llama.
It's Tuesday.
It's not Waffle Tuesday.
It can be.
It's
You
Waffle
don't know.
Stomp Tuesday.
Ooh.
That's later. That's after the tacos.
So gross.
Hey, Eric.
You can do like a little cha-cha.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Eric?
How you doing?
Good.
Good. I got a Challenger joke. You guys are talking about a Challenger, and this might be a little...
Eric, it was 34 years ago.
Bring it on.
I know, but what does NASA stand for?
Need another 7 astronauts.
There you go. Need another 7 astronauts.
Yeah.
For what?
For what?
To beat that Ford Focus time.
Oh, man.
You couldn't fit
Come on.
7 astronauts in a Ford Focus.
No, that's where you're
That's
wrong.
offensive.
That's where you're wrong.
It's offensive. It is offensive. It is false on its very face.
That's Mary's rocket. This isn't a major malfunction.
Those astronauts died so that we could have that clip.
Yeah?
So
Yeah,
that
well,
Eric
that-
could call 34 years later with need another 7 astronauts.
It's I mean, not directly, but
But how science
their
has
dedication
evolved.
to science. led to-
Dedication. I get it.
Bill, don't you work at NASA?
No, Alan, I just shopped there.
All right. I'm going to have those Alice Cooper tickets for you.
Mary, are you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing.
I think you're laughing.
I'm not. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about waffles.
Young Vincent Furnier from Detroit, Michigan. Alice Cooper with Tesla and Lita Ford, who I think still looks pretty good. Going to play June 14th, all of them out at Blossom. So if you want to start your weekend with that show, I'll hook you up here coming back. 35192 if you want to text.
The Alan Cox Show.